Why, hello there. Is I, the Cheesy Cat, and I'm here with a Splatoon 2 video that I've been wanting to do for a long time. The only thing is I've been discouraged from doing it because I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be received by you guys, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and you'll soon see what I'm talking about. But first, let's bring you into the beautiful subject of ranked battles, a beautiful, fun place out there in the land of Splatoon 2, competitive gaming, but it doesn't include ranked. I mean, you can't even communicate with your teammates, you can't choose your weapon with your team before your match starts, and just to pour the salt on the huge gaping wound of ranked, matchmaking is not even like in the first Splatoon where it balances the teams before sticking 4 chargers on one team. But I guess that's the same as being able to choose your weapon before you start the match, which would just solve it all together. But enough of that pent up sodium chloride, we gotta get to this point. I've been very curious on how easy it is to rank up in Splatoon 2. And I just mean relative to the first game. When the game first came out, obviously every player was in C, so it was easier in that aspect, considering that you'd often demolish the enemy team if you were a good player, because everyone was on the same level. But now that everything's balanced up, it seems like there's still way too wide a skill range in S+. I sometimes get the comment that says, well, don't you think that since you've played the first game, it only seems that it's easier to rank up? And I've asked a lot of people about this, and they seem to agree with me. And these mostly include people who have been stuck in S or even A+, and now in Splatoon 2, they're magically S+. No doubt it is easy for myself to get into S+, but as the connoisseur of the journey from C- to S+, definitely watch my Splatoon 1 C- S+ runs, I'd say it's safe for me to judge this comparison. Now I'm going to show you guys what I've been wanting to calculate since I've got into S+ 50 in all 3 modes and lost it back and forth. Just a nice, beautiful cycle. But before we get into that, I want to apologize to anyone who was victim to my tomfoolery. I mean, just look. But this experiment is in the name of squid science, so yeah. In some cases, I had to actually work hard for the loss. Which is funny considering the case of it, but I guess thanks for challenging me to lose all the people who carried their teams. Anyways, let's refer to my notes. My beautiful notes. Just so we're on the same page, I had to reset my bar first so I can start from the beginning, I guess you can say. I already had 2 cracks, so gotta get rid of that. I lost 5 times in a row to get the very last crack, thanks to disconnects. Because as we know, the only thing good about the new ranking system besides skipping ranks is having your rank save if there was a disconnect for a long enough time. But I feel like losing 5 times is definitely not worthy of keeping your rank, at least in my opinion. So, we reset and start with a new rank bar, or almost new. For some reason, you always get a 10% head start on your bar when it breaks. It made sense in Splatoon 1 because of how the point system worked, but you can't lose your rank right away in Splatoon 2, so I think it's dumb that they did this. It's just another thing that makes rank 2 forgiving. Anyway, Rainmaker, I'm ready to lose. Except the first match I win because, of course, the enemy team wasn't that good, even against a 3v4. Sounds familiar? But aren't I usually on the losing team? The next match we lose, it's apparent that people need to get better internet because there's way too many DCs in the lower ranks. Though I should be fair and consider there's a good chance these squids are kids and can't afford a LAN adapter. The match counts as a legitimate loss since there was a DC on both teams, I think. Thankfully. And from there, you guys get the idea, so I can speed this up a notch. I lose again, it counts. Then I win because of, well, I put a few mean comments in my notes, but we don't have to go over that. Our team was clearly better. Yeah, even against a 3v4. So 2 wins, 2 losses, and this is where it gets interesting. I lose 6 times in a row with no issues. 3rd loss, crack 1. 4th loss, crack 2. That gave me hope, but loss 5 and 6 gave no cracks and demolished my hope in addition to confusing me. Crack 3 appeared on loss 7, and loss 8 gave me the danger warning to show that another loss would cause my bar to break. 8 losses, 2 wins. We're at the best part. I was prepared to lose. I'm still not willing to accept that you have to lose 9 times to drop from a rank you barely reached or fell to, but I was ready to be drop-kicked into C+. Unfortunately, the team failed to stop my team from knocking them out. An essential 3v4 and they lost. I've been saying that a lot, haven't I? It resulted in my win, and the final result, I was pushed past the OK line, meaning that I can keep my rank even if I lose again, regardless of the fact that I've lost 8 times, including the 6 losses in a row. Still think it's just as hard to rank up in Splatoon 2? I don't think I've ever been angry at winning before. This might be that moment. Yes, I eventually lose and break my rank bar, but when you only have to win 3 out of 11 games to keep your rank, that equates to about a 27% win rate. That is in no way worthy of keeping your rank. It really doesn't become harder to rank up until you're already at S+, which if you're playing long enough and get lucky enough, you'll get to it. When you are in S+, it doesn't even matter how hard it is to rank up because S+ and S+ 50 are all matched in the same lobby. Let's just put it this way, if you had a steady 3 to 11 win ratio in Splatoon 1, you'd be C-0, no contest. So that's my research for everyone to analyze, and to finish this off, I'm saying that because of the way ranked works now, it really has lost any shred of competitive aspects it used to have. You basically roll the dice, hope for a good team if you're in S+ already, and if you're not, you'll eventually get carried into it if you can't yet do it yourself. At least in Splatoon 1, we still got to play in global matchmaking system, giving us more of a variety of players instead of playing the same 12 players in your region when you're online. Granted, there's a lot more players now since Splatoon 2's release date, but I don't think that justifies how unfair it is for all S+ players to be against players who have skill levels that differ by an insane amount. In my C-S+ runs, I knew what kind of matches I was in for based only on the letter of my rank. Now in S+, I can pick any letter to match some of the quote-end-quote S+ players I've seen. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed listening to my ramble or rubbish, however you view it. Just leave your thoughts down below in the comments because I would love to talk to you guys about this, no matter whose side you're on. If you did like it, then hit that like button, of course, and subscribe for more content because I have 3 Splatoon 2 series planned out for this channel to keep that good content rolling. As always, this is the Cheesy Cat, and I'll see you in the next video.